interesting because that's when the studying really starts. Right now, like there's studying, but it's like it's very broad. I feel, at least. You want to hear my crazy game theory, I guess? My theoretical guidelines of how to get good at video games. Come on. There we go. So there's 4 quadrants. Think of it as like a circle divided. Oh, that's real bad. Oh my god. Saving. Oh my god, not even on the right tool anymore? Man, I should have just opened up Photoshop. Alright, next one is... Alright, how about this? Arrow. 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 Alright, so we have... over here... Oh, this is gonna be too big. Micro. And then over here we have, oh my god, macro. And that's where I end my lesson because holy shit, we are started. Off to another game. Actually, it's time for my thing. Alright, so this is basically how I set it up. And I've used this to help with other games before. And it's just like a how to get good theory, or how to figure out what you need to learn and what the what you're good at. So we have micro and macro sides. So these 2 sides are micro, these 2 sides are macro, but all of them create a gamer. All right, check it out. So micro stuff is like micro skill, like, or I guess it wouldn't be called micro skill, but it's a game skill. Let's make this a little stuff like game skill. Game skill is just your mechanics, you know, quick little plays. Your, you know, if you're just a deadly Irelia, you know, but you don't understand map objectives, that's just raw game skill. Shroud has raw game skill.
That was 2 and 2 and 2.
Complete the mission, soldier.
Nice.
You're the only one left.
They're both warriors. Oh no!
He just fucking flicks headshots. Faker has raw game skill.
Veto Faker may be in trouble here. Deathmark tries to clean it up for Ryu. Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves. Faker, what was that? Faker with a huge play. The
There's game sense. This is interesting because game sense is still that minute to minute. This is the reason why when you play Mario, you know how far you can jump. Gamers just know. Like, gamers just like, you can play a different platformer. You could be like, I'm pretty sure I can make that jump. And you hold A, because your game sense of platformers is so well defined, it knows that you need to hold A for a long jump. And that's just nothing. That's just off nothing. This is the same sense as like, I think they're doing Baron, and you just ult as Jinx, and you fucking steal Baron. Like, you see what I mean? Like, this side is micro on the left side here. Okay. Macro. We hit you with the macro. Alright? Macro, and this is you're gonna notice how it kind of mirrors. So bottom left is game sense. Top right is game strategy. Game strategy is a macro skill. Because that's the point where you're like, this is controlling waves. This is, should we do Baron? This is stuff that's a little, that isn't just game. Like, game sense is more like minute to minute, where game strategy is the same thing, but over the long term. It's like, do we have a win condition? Do we have the right picks and stuff? But then like that all makes sense to you, right? Like it's just the plans that we can do beforehand. We can think about things, and that also goes into conjunction. We have game skill over here, bottom right. We hit you with the game science. Game science. So the thing with game science is, it's all about the like item builds or whatever your game is. The game science is just what is better, what is statistically a better thing. And this is what's cool. Like you go to other games, even like chess works, but let's do a simple one like Halo. You know Halo. We all know Halo. Classic game. We might have not all played it, but it's a classic legendary game. So imagine there's 4 players playing Halo. One of them has great game skill. One of them has great game strategy. One has great game sense, and the other has great game science. Pretend that they have no skill in the other ones. Alright, so kid with game skill could win off of just raw talent. He's flicking headshots. He's just landing his shit. Guy with game sense could win because he just knows when to go in. He just has that quick thinking of like, oh, I should position right here, here, here. And like he just has that natural vibe where he's just getting the upper hand because he just puts himself in the right place by default. It's just instinct to him. The strategy guy could win because he's posting up. You know, he could be like, I'm going into this, I'm going to be going here on the map. It gives me the best view. It gives me the best, like, he has the full on, like, I'm going to be handling it in the most objective way I want to do. The game science guy could win because, and this is infamous, he just knows the better guns. He knows to grab the rocket launcher. He knows where to get the energy sword. And he just fucking abuses the stats. On League, it's the same thing, you know. If Faker could just dance around people without learning macro ever, you know, you could win a game simply because you just have that like innate ability to sense your like the matchup, like, or just sense the game flow. You're like, oh, this probably do this, and you just get ahead that way. To the point where like game skill guy doesn't wait. Like if game skill guy got froze on, so he's not getting kills, you end up beating him just because you're fucking running the map as jungle or something. Game strategy, you win just because your team comp's better, and game science, you win just because fucking picked action or something. I don't know. You picked Camille. You picked fucking just what you needed because you knew it was strong. And I feel like this is really good. This actually has helped me. Games like used it for Rocket League, and like different games don't use much as the other parts. Like, go to chess, you have like that's a lot of game science and strategy. But if you play bullet chess where you only have a minute of time, it starts to become game sense. Like, I think this is probably the best choice. Like, it stops being like set plans. It starts being like, yep. Yep, this is probably good. Fianchetto my bishop, all that stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little TED talk here. That's my first time actually showing that to somebody. It's been a working theory for years. I would just think about it and be like, I wonder if that's a really good way to describe how to get good. And of course, you know me, I'm not good, so I need to hand it to better players to see if they can use that as the be all end all guide. But I think it's good theory.